I'm in Coeur d'Alene. This is the fairgrounds. I was just there, what was it, a week or two ago? Wonderful fair, Kootenai County Fair. And I'm heading north toward Sandpoint right now. I'm now on the Lake Pend Oreille water crossing, coming into Sandpoint. There's the old train station. I'm heading further north. I'm going to go to Bonner's Ferry today and to the Canadian border. That is my hopeful destination for the day. Coming into Bonner's Ferry now. When I was leaving Bonner's Ferry, I just passed a sign saying 30 miles to the Canadian border, so it's about 30 miles from Sandpoint to Bonner's Ferry, and then another 30 miles to the border, and that is my destination for the day. This is the intersection of Moonshadow Road, US Highway 2, and over that way you go to Moy Springs and Kalispell. I just turned off Highway 95 and now I'm on the road that goes to Porthill. 95 goes straight up to Eastport, and I will get to that later, but first I'd like to see Porthill. According to my exploration on Google Maps, there's actually a restaurant there, so I'm going to see if I can get some food while I am in Porthill, 11 miles from now. I just saw a sign that I am approaching the international border between the United States and Canada within the next mile. I actually do not want to go through the border, so I'm going to turn right about here onto the Porthill Loop. Oh my goodness, what have I just got myself into? I am approaching the post office. That is the Porthill Post Office. Going back down to the main road. I really wanted to be over there on the other side of Porthill where there is a store and I think there's supposed to be a restaurant. We'll see. Border crossing. I do not have a passport. I need to get one. Restaurant now open. Okay. Porthill Mercantile. Oh my goodness. This is a congested area. You've got to be kidding. But slow because there's children at play. So that's like important. Look at this old building. I found the restaurant. It's called Big Daddy's Bar and Grill, and it is most unfortunately closed. So I'm not going in today. Maybe the store. Maybe the store will sell me something. So here I am in Porthill, Idaho. And I'm seeing the Canadian border crossing for the first time. I'm kind of loving this old store, and I'm about to go into it. I like what they've done with the front of their store. They have amazing things hanging from the ceiling here. I love these things. I don't even know what they are for. Oh, there's an old sled. That's cool. I'm amazed by all this.
Oh, there used to be more.
Really?
Tons more in that back room. There used to be a bunch of Hoosiers, enamelware.
And they have an old cash register. The woman inside the store told me that the restaurant opens at 4 o'clock, but I really don't want to stay here that long. That is the Kootenai River that I'm looking at now. Here's the specials at Big Daddy's. In case you ever come to Porthill, you'd like to know what you can get on the different days. I apparently forgot to bring my extra camera batteries, so I'm going to use this 12-volt car battery charger and see if it works. I've never actually used it before, but I have another 11 miles to go to get back down to Highway 95, and then probably another 11 miles from there to get over to Eastport, and hopefully by then the battery will be recharged again. Hopefully, if that happens, I will be able to make more videos when I get to Eastport, which is the other border crossing. You can see the store there in the distance. Such an amazing, amazing building. I really enjoyed visiting that store. I'm at a scenic overlook on the road in between Porthill and Eastport. I turned onto the Eastport road and there was a sign saying it's going to be 16 miles. I'll bet this is beautiful on a nice clear day, but it looks like there is a storm over there in Canada. I made it all the way to Good Grief, Idaho in my little white car, and here's the bad news. The Good Grief Cafe is unfortunately closed. I think they went out of business. Looks like they've folded. What a shame. So, no more Good Grief Cafe unless somebody else wants to come and open it back up again. Yeah, I saw this place on YouTube and I really wanted to come here, so here I am. In beautiful Good Grief. Well, in memory of the Good Grief Cafe, it was good while it lasted. And maybe it'll be good again someday. I've arrived at Eastport, and there's a train on the hill, and the train is running. It seems like it's going to go somewhere. Well, there's number 5536. In case you were wondering where it was, it's in Eastport today. Over there is the border crossing. There's really not much in this town. It's smaller than Porthill, if you can imagine that. However, this border crossing is open 24 hours a day. The other border crossing was open only from like 7 in the morning till 10 at night. So if you need to cross the border in the middle of the night, this is the place to come, Eastport. I'm here at the Wild Horse Mercantile. Nice people here at Wild Horse Mercantile and cafe. They have a little cafe in there. I'm happy to say that car battery charger for my camera is working just fine. I've been able to get along with just one battery here for the whole day. What a blessing. And I'm still at the Wild Horse Cafe. Wow, so pretty here. And I will be driving south now. My journey has reached the midway point because I've went all the way to the Canadian border. Now I have to get home before I run out of steam. Yeah, so it's about 125 miles, not far. And I expect to get home this evening. And really have enjoyed my time up here in the far reaches of the northerly axis of Idaho. I have never actually been up here before. I hadn't been anywhere north of Sandpoint. So now I've seen Bonners Ferry, and it is actually a larger town than I had expected. And so I'm going to save my exploration of Bonners Ferry for another day. And along the way, I've seen a lot of places that I would like to come back to, campgrounds and just access sites like to the wilderness. And I will just do that another day because there's just too much here to cover in one day. But we've seen the border crossings, and now I'm on my way home.